Every X-Men actor in the Avengers, Doomsday cast, Channing Tatum, Patrick Stewart, James Marsden, Ian McKellen, and more. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is getting a heavy dose of the big screen's original X-Men. During Marvel's lengthy cast reveal for its upcoming tentpole Avengers, Doomsday, it was revealed that many actors from Fox's original run of X-Men movies will be returning to the comic book universe. That includes Patrick Stewart as Charles Xavier, Ian McKellen as Magneto, James Marsden as Cyclops, and Rebecca Romijn as Mystique. All four actors debuted as their comic book characters in 2000's X-Men. However, under the rules of the Marvel multiverse, it remains possible that these actors could be playing different versions of their characters, or even different characters entirely. Also back to the delight of Marvel fans is Channing Tatum as Gambit. The actor spent years trying to make a Gambit movie at Fox, but it never got off the ground. Lizzy Caplan was set to star opposite Tatum, and recently revealed the plan was to put a screwball romantic comedy spin on the comic book movie. It wouldn't be until 2024's Deadpool and Wolverine that Tatum would get the chance to finally bring Gambit to the big screen. Fans largely agreed that Tatum's Gambit was one of the best parts of the movie, so his return in Doomsday is sure to elate some viewers. Tatum took to social media amid Deadpool and Wolverine's release to share an emotional statement on finally getting the chance to play Gambit. "I thought I had lost Gambit forever, but Reynolds fought for me in Gambit," he wrote at the time. "I will owe him probably forever, because I'm not sure how I could ever do something that would be equal to what this has meant to me. I love you, buddy. I'm so grateful to be in this movie. It's a masterpiece in my opinion, and just pure badass joy. I was literally screaming in the theater." Check out a rundown below of every X-Men actor returning for Avengers, Doomsday, in theaters May 1st, 2026. Channing Tatum waited years to finally bring Gambit to the big screen in 2024's blockbuster, Deadpool and Wolverine. He will now stay in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in Avengers, Doomsday. Tatum tried hard to get a Gambit movie off the ground at Fox, but the project was effectively killed when Disney's purchase of studio was completed in 2019. Tatum told Variety in 2022 that he ended up traumatized after spending years trying to make a Gambit movie only for the project to be axed, adding, "I shut off my Marvel machine. I haven't been able to see any of the movies. I love that character. It was just too sad. It was like losing a friend because I was so ready to play him." Tatum's appearance as Gambit in Deadpool and Wolverine left fans clamoring for a standalone Gambit movie. The actor responded to the fan demand in an interview with Variety, saying, "I've been saying I want it for the last 10 years. It's in Bob Iger and Kevin Feige's hands. I pray to God." Patrick Stewart is back after originating the role of Charles Xavier on the big screen in 2000's X-Men. He went on to reprise the comic book character in X2, X-Men United, X-Men, The Last Stand, X-Men Days of Future Past, Logan, X-Men Origins, Wolverine, The Wolverine, and the MCU entry Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Ian McKellen played Magneto in X-Men, X2, X-Men United, X-Men, The Last Stand, The Wolverine, and X-Men, Days of Future Past. Kelsey Grammer debuted as the Mutant Beast in X-Men, The Last Stand, and surprised many by returning as the X-Men character in the credits scene of The Marvels. He also appeared briefly in X-Men, Days of Future Past. Alan Cumming debuted as Nightcrawler in X2, X-Men United, but that was the extent of his time playing the X-Men mutant. The actor made headlines last year for calling X2 the gayest film he ever worked on. Rebecca Romijn was blue from head to toe as Mystique in the original X-Men film trilogy that spanned X-Men, X2, X-Men United, and X-Men, The Last Stand. She had an uncredited cameo appearance in X-Men, First Class. James Marsden originated the role of Scott Summers/Cyclops in X-Men and reprised the superhero in X2, X-Men United, X-Men, The Last Stand, and X-Men.
I can't pronounce that name, sorry, I'm getting cancelled already. But that's interesting because obviously Sue Storm and Namor have a relationship in the comics. I know he's called Namor in the movies, but he's got a thing for her. So that's quite